John Kohler with GrowingYourGreens.com. Today we have another exciting episode for you. Coming out here from my backyard garden here in January. Happy New Year's, everybody. A little bit windy out today and a little bit chilly, but I'll be all right. Hopefully the wind noise is not going to affect the mic too bad. Anyways, in this episode, we're going to answer your guys' questions. I try to do monthly Q&As, and if you have a question that you'd like to ask me, I'll post a link down below to my community tab where you guys can post a question there that may get selected for next month's Q&A. I apologize, I have over 1 million different followers on different social media outlets, so I can't answer any comments directly left under videos, although many of you guys in the helpful community generally do answer, so thank you guys for that. Anyways, on with today's questions. First question is from Figtree393. John, I want to install a water filter on my irrigation water. You recommend a Big Blue number 20 on visiting a garden in Las Vegas. You mentioned Boogie Blue, easy to install in a hose. Which one should I use for maximum benefit? I want to install it in my line to irrigation system. Thanks you for teaching. So here's the thing. The Boogie Blue is a good screw-in inline filter for your hose. It's just like a no-brainer, super simple, super easy. Everybody should get one. You can get one at boogiebrew.net/GYG. That being said, it's not the best filter out there for irrigation. For irrigation, you want to get something with a higher capacity and better filtration. So for that, I would recommend the Big Blue filter with a KDF and carbon media. If you check my link down below to Amazon, it's amazon.com/shop/John Kohler. I have a link to the exact Big Blue filter and cartridge there. All right. Next question is from SFSF1212. Hey, John, just wondering if I hit a high-speed centrifugal juicer with a strong vacuum afterwards, would that do any good to stop the oxidative damage as a kind of hack to make common juice bar drinks a little bit better for you? All right, so this is not quite a gardening question, but we'll field it. So here's the thing. I'll post a link down below to my video where actually I juiced in a high-speed juicer and a slow juicer, and I showed the amount of dissolved oxygen in the juice after you're done juicing. The issue with the high-speed centrifugal juicers is that it puts a lot of oxygen into the juice and does damage at the time of juicing when the oxygen is put into the juice. After the juice was made, I then pull a vacuum on the high-speed juice and a slow juice, and I reduce the oxygen level in the high-speed juice to pretty low, but not as low as the low-speed juice. That being said, I never recommend storing juices made in a centrifugal ejection juicer because most of the damage was done at the time the juice was made, not after. That being said, if you are going to store this centrifugal ejection juice, which I do not recommend, you can remove the oxygen, and there may be some small benefit to removing the oxygen before drinking it anyway. So you're not swallowing all this extra oxygen, that can inflate or enhance polyphenol oxidase reactions in your body. That's kind of like next level stuff, based on the scientific studies that I surmise. All right, so I do recommend slow juicing. All right. Next question is from Bobby Streef. Hi, the Bishop Community Garden managed by the UCCE Master Gardeners of Inyo and Mono counties is working on improving their composting station. We currently have funding to purchase another bin to maintain the food or kitchen waste brought into the garden till it breaks down and becomes less of a temptation to rodents. I watched your video regarding the Jora and saw that you prefer the Lifetime composter. It was nice to hear the Jora reach high temperatures even in winter. Can you provide any more guidance? Also, maybe some of our master gardeners could visit your garden and see your operation. Thank you. All right, Bobby, so I really don't take any visitors at my garden, so it's my personal home garden, but I do have many videos on my composter alley and updates on my tumbling composters. I no longer recommend the Jora Form composter because based on my experience as well as experience from people I've visited and friends of mine, the unit does rust. And it's not rusting because of it's rusting because of the moisture content. And it's like, it's funny, I live in the desert where it's super dry. You think, how do things rust in the desert? I mean, I grew up by the ocean in San Francisco, and if you scratch your car, it would rust. But here, my Jora Form rust, even though it's been, whatever, painted properly and all this kind of stuff. It's because I figure out that the moisture in the food, even if I add enough sawdust chips or wood pellets, and they blow up in sawdust, it basically it'll absorb the moisture, but then it still has to release it. So because it's so hot and dry, the moisture is released into the air, into the composter. It then has to come out, and there's not enough venting holes, and it basically vents out the cracks and the seams of the unit, and then it sticks around and it rusts. So, and then when I contacted Jora about this, basically they said I was composting wrong, which, you know, is fine. If they want to say you're composting wrong because you're not adding enough pellets in there to absorb all the moisture, the issue is the moisture's still in there, and maybe in a humid climate the moisture's not coming out as fast as a dry climate. But, you know, I think that it should be made out of plastic. So at this time I recommend the Lifetime composter, but only one specific model. I believe it's like a 55 gallon model, but I'll link down below to my video where I do the original unboxing on that unit. It's still working good today, and that's the one I recommend for you guys. All right, next question is from Quincy Uber Vegan. John, how do you feel about Jake Mace no longer being vegan? Also, have you kept in touch with him since he moved to Canada? All right, so the first question is easy. I have not kept in touch with Jake Mace since he moved to Canada. He's off doing his own thing, and I'm glad he's having videos that get tons of views. You know, next thing I will say is that how do I feel about him no longer being vegan? You know, I will say that each person is on their own life path, right? And as much as I eat a plant-based diet and I advocate for you guys, for your health and for the planetary health, to eat as many plants, especially whole food plants, as possible, as many as that you could grow yourself and process yourself, meaning you prepare it yourself, not buying this prepared crap at the store, right? All the better. That being said, I want you guys to do the best you can. Everybody's on their own mission and life path. You know, kind of made me sad that, you know, it feels like to me that Jake is just doing what is easy and convenient, and yeah, out in the middle of nature where you gotta grow your own, you know, food, and it snows half the year and stuff. You gotta, I mean, unless you're setting up intricate systems and greenhouses to grow more vegetables and really being on it with growing storage, winter crops and squashes and apples and having a cold cellar, right? I mean, animal foods are more readily available. So, you know, to each their own. It'll be interesting to see how his health, you know, develops, or how his health goes in the long run. All right. Next question is from The Observer 3985. Tips on indoor winter gardening. I mean, people on a budget. All right, so the number one way for indoor gardening, people on a budget, is to grow sprouts. All you got to do is buy the seeds. The seeds, you germinate them. You could eat them within as short as 1 day, maybe up to like 7 days. And you could eat your own food that's super nutritious. And you're going to save lots of money over buying sprouts at the store. That's going to be the easiest. The next easiest would be like microgreens, and that may be a 10 to 14 day harvest window. That's going to take definitely more equipment and more things to get you going, but that will produce you regular, you know, crops of food you could eat. And that's the thing I want you guys to do. I mean, hey, you could grow lettuce indoors or tomato plant indoors, and you could grow lettuce indoors. It'll take, you know, 30 days or 45 days to make 1 head of lettuce. You harvest the whole thing and it's gone, all right? Not sustainable if you guys really want to put a dent in the amount of food you eat and nutrition you're getting. That's why I recommend quick turn crops such as sprouts and microgreens that you could start up on a daily basis and have basically you start one batch of sprouts today, you're eating in 5 days. The one you started tomorrow is going to eat, you're going to eat in 6 days. With microgreens, the spacing is maybe 10 to 14 days, but you could basically make a flat of microgreens every day, like seed a new tray, keep them all watered, keep them on the light system, like a conveyor belt system, so you could continually harvest. You know, you'll have to have a lot of space to grow enough, you know, like full-grown plants to harvest one leaf off every plant. I mean, last night I went in this bed and harvested one mustard green leaf and one bok choy leaf, and I clearly easily had enough to add to my, you know, Instant Pot vegetable meal. But the thing is this, like, I mean, I don't know how many greens you guys eat. You know, I eat a lot of greens. Greens are one of the focuses in my diet. My goal is to eat 2 pounds of greens in different formats, whether I vacuum blend them, juice them, eat them whole raw, or heat process them. I want to get them into me because they're the most under-eaten food on the planet and the most nutritious. That's why my channel is called Growing Your Greens. And that is my suggestions for you to get more greens and to grow more food in the winter that's quick, easy, and cheap without a lot of infrastructure. All right, the next question is interesting. It's from Bogdano Churik 8463. Hello, do you dye your hair? Well, I dyed my hair maybe like 30 years ago when I was just out of college because I wanted a couple shades lighter, but these days I do not dye my hair, and this is my real hair, no hair pieces, no transplants. So that's what's up. All right, next question is from Buffalo Escape. Can you try to shorten up the video, please? I just watched about 10 minutes so far and haven't learned anything yet. All right, so here's the thing. Like, my videos are just the link that I make them, right? My editor, you know, doesn't try to edit stuff out, you know, and I don't try to edit stuff out because why? Because, you know, I'm not here to make a 10-minute video to, like, you know, get rich on YouTube. You know, if you guys want to do that, hey, go over to Epic Gardening channel. Epic Gardening makes some epic gardening videos. His videos are short, fairly concise, and he's crushing it on YouTube. He's making lots of money on YouTube. You know, in my opinion, some of his videos maybe lack the depth to go really deep, to really give people the knowledge and all the nuances in gardening so they could truly be successful and become masters of the craft. Not that you can't learn all these tips in small little shorts and watching more of them, but you know, for me, I just like to make in-depth educational videos so that people can get a lot out of my videos. And you know, as long as, if my title is like how to grow lettuce, you know, hey, I'm going to show you how to grow lettuce, but I'm also going to tell you why lettuce is good for you, the nutrition in lettuce, the phytonutrients, how to grow lettuce that is more nutritious. So, you know, my goal is to not just give you what is in the title. My goal is to go above and beyond. And unfortunately, in our short attention span society, you know, we just want the answer. You know, the answer to life is just like the journey, right? It's not about the destination. So a lot of YouTube titles are destination, but to me, I like to bring you guys along on my journey and give you guys a full education about all aspects so you could be more wise, more intelligent, and come out hopefully learning something and implementing what I'm sharing with you guys. One of the reasons why I make my videos even to this day is for my unborn children. And I don't even have a wife that's pregnant or a girlfriend that's pregnant. I haven't found a partner yet. But one of these days, I want my children to watch all my videos and to impart all the knowledge I've learned and watch their dad, and basically I could hand down all the knowledge that I've gained to them. So thank you guys for watching my videos also. I appreciate it. Let's see, next question is from E. Thomas 8980. I've watched you for years and love your videos. Once this shutdown happened and I got rid of cable, I haven't caught up with your videos, although I am hoping to get on my regular pre-pandemic routine. I have a question, freeze drying. Could you please let me know what episode that I could learn more about them? I would greatly appreciate your insight feedback. Thank you in advance. All right, so for my freeze dryer episode, I just came out with a recent updated freeze dryer episode on my OK Raw YouTube channel. I'll put a link down below. The only freeze dryer brand I recommend at this time is the Stay Fresh freeze dryer that has unique design features not found on other different models, and it's the best on the market that I've found at this time. Of course, if you click the subscribe button right down below on this channel, you know, be sure to subscribe to my channel because I'll have upcoming videos on freeze drying as well with my Stay Fresh freeze dryer that's superior, in my opinion, to others on the market. All right, next question is from Mark Baloga 9685. Man, beautiful garden. I can't wait to grow all my favorite herbs, veggies, and fruits. No more grocery store for me. Hey, where do I find GMO-free seeds? I want to buy seeds for fruits that actually have seeds in them. I want to find fruits like, example, organic pineapple that still has seeds in it naturally, like found in nature. Where can I buy some? All right, good question. So, you know, here's the thing, like a lot of reputable seed sellers these days have signed the GMO pledge. So they are GMO free. So my favorite place to buy rare seeds and uncommon varieties is, of course, Baker Creek Heirloom Seeds at rareseeds.com. I'll put a link down below to my recent episode made last year when I visited their gigantic seed store and showed you guys my favorite seed packs that they're selling. Now, in order to get pineapples that have seeds in it, what would I do? I mean, I just bought pineapples the other day and they had seeds in there. So I would just buy pineapples and just pull the seeds out when you find a pineapple that has seeds in it. You know, I'm definitely not a pineapple expert, and I have visited pineapple farms, and generally pineapples are not propagated by seeds. They're propagated basically from cuttings off the plant. The plant will send up different kind of shoots from, you could propagate the tops, you could propagate these side shooting things. I'll put a link down below to my visit to the white pineapple farm that I visited, where you guys could see how they propagate them, and it's not usually by seed. And if you are going to grow pineapples, hey, it's nice to have pineapples with seeds in them, but for me, I'd much rather grow the white sugar pines that have a very low acid content. They are amazing. Next question is from a tree hugger truther. Living soil, what zone is Derrick in? I'm in zone 7B in Arizona, and we'll have to push such boundaries and see what is all actually possible here. Definitely sub to this blessed brother. Yeah, you know, when you get excited to do some research, feeling LOL. Thanks for planting some seeds by doing this video, John. Yeah, so that's the reason for my videos. You know, I try to plant a lot of seeds with you guys to show you guys what is possible when I visit guys and girls doing really cool stuff that you would not imagine is possible or could be done. So I'm a big advocate of living soil and having living soil and not tilling your garden, adding different organic amendments and even different soil inoculants and beneficial bacteria and compost tea. Living soil is so critical. Just adding compost, creating your own compost, fungal compost, biologic compost, bacterial compost, so critical for living soil. Now, Derrick is in a zone 9A, similar to myself. Depending where you are in my city, the Las Vegas Valley, you could be actually in a zone 9A, which is maybe more up on the valley hills, or if you're at the base of the valley, could be more of a 9B, because it actually doesn't get quite as cold as it does, you know, at a little bit more elevation. But yeah, so if you're pushing zone 7A or 7B, man, you're gonna need a lot more protection, so put up a hoop house, because you probably ain't gonna do what Derrick's doing, because Derrick also is a master of the microclimates. You know, that's what I also have to show you guys. I mean, he knows how to master his microclimates, choosing the exact right place for the right plant, and including, you know, growing that coconut palm in Las Vegas, which is insane. You know, putting it next to his house and building a structure and having all the techniques like not watering it too much in the wintertime. So yeah, good luck to you growing some tropicals in a 7B. If you are successful, let me know. I'll come out and make a video there. All right, we're down to the last question. User IF60T1SV1R. Where'd I buy Dr. Earth Fertilizer? All right, so Dr. Earth Fertilizer, it's easy to get. You could go down to most Home Depots. Most Home Depots may sell them. I was recently at a Home Depot locally, and they put one of the different Dr. Earths, or two of them, actually on clearance sale. I've actually recently bought Dr. Earth Fertilizer on Amazon.com with free shipping. They put it on sale, and I bought as many as I could, and they paid for the free shipping so I could get it. Dr. Earth's is probably the fertilizer that is available commercially, easily available commercially, that I would recommend, that has a wide distribution over the entire United States. So that's pretty much it for this Q&A. Hey, I want you guys to submit your questions for next month's Q&A. Post a link down below to go directly to my community tab so you guys could post your question. We are getting here into the spring season really soon. Are you guys starting your seeds? What are you thinking about starting? Where are your favorite sources for seeds for your springtime garden? Post your comments down below. I'd love to know. I try to read the comments for the first week after each video is posted. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you guys enjoyed this episode, please give this video a thumbs up. That'll encourage me to do more Q&A videos in the future. Also, make sure you share this with other gardeners you think it could help. Also, be sure to click the subscribe button right down below so you don't miss my new and upcoming episodes. I come in every 5 to 7 days. You never know where I'll show up or what you'll be learning on my YouTube channel. Make sure you click the little bell to get notified as my new videos come out. And finally, be sure to check my past episodes. The past episodes are a wealth of knowledge. Over 1,800 episodes at this time on the channel dedicated to teach you guys all about how to grow your own fresh fruits, vegetables, herbs, seeds, nuts, and other plant foods at home. So with that, my name is John Kohler with GrowingYourGreens.com. We'll see you next time. And until then, remember, keep on growing.